Hello. So I'm sitting here editing these Paris videos from our trip, and I realize that I'm terrible with doing like intros and outros. So a lot of times I just like turn on the camera and start talking, and they get all discombobulated, and people are like, "What the hell is going on here?" So I just wanted to explain what this day. So we arrived the day before. If you watched my last video, and we had some trouble. I'm going to tell you a quick story because it's very pertinent to the rest of our videos. Um, June of 2026, which is when we were in Paris, they were suffering like historic heat waves. The day we got there was like 102 degrees, not real feel. This is like actual temperatures. Um, and like for the first 3 days we were there, they were like 102, 104, 105. So it was like incredibly hot. And so obviously I'm used to Florida heat. And when I heard that they were having, I'm like, oh, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Like Florida gets hot, even here in Missouri, it gets hot. So I'm like, no big deal. It's a big deal. So the difference is like in Florida. Let's say you're at in Florida or at the beach or at a theme park, and you start overheating. Well, you can simply go inside in the air conditioning, cool down, hydrate, make yourself feel better, and then you can go back to doing what you're doing. That's not the way it works in Paris because they really don't have air. They don't have air conditioning, and when they say they do, it's like not really air conditioning. It's like climatization, is what they call it, which it's like cooler than outside. So anyway, the reason I say this is because it affects like this day in general. We were supposed to be going to the Ile de la City, the island of the city, which on that island, it's right in the middle of the Seine, right in the middle of Paris, is like Notre Dame, um, Saint Chapelle, and like the Conciergerie. And so how it affected is like a lot of places in Paris like that, they were closing early or closing completely. And unfortunately, Saint Chapelle was one of the places where they just closed completely and just refunded our money back. I think they refunded. You know what? I need to check. Um, like the Louvre adjusted their hours. The Musée d'Orsay adjusted their hours. So they just did that. And I'll tell you why. Like the day we got there, 44 people died from heat related illnesses. And I mean, these weren't all like old people. This was like 30 and 40-year-old people out like enjoying the day or trying to enjoy sights around Paris died. There were sirens constantly for the first 3 days we were there, and then it stopped because like it cooled off. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of give a quick intro of what's going on and why I say what I say and what I did, and stuff like that. But I hope you guys, if you didn't watch the last video, go ahead and check it out. I never do the whole hey, like and follow and subscribe and all that stuff because like my stuff is just kind of like for me and my kids or friends and stuff like that. But like I got some really cool stuff coming from Paris and other stuff too. So I guess let's just get into the video. So big disappointment because of the heat. They closed down Saint Chapelle. So
This is the concierge.
we have tickets for the concierge, so we're gonna go check out the concierge, which is this right in front of us. Super bummed. I really wanted. I was like more excited about that than a lot of the other stuff. All right, so this is the concierge, and what this used to be is like part of the courthouse and like the prison, and this is like the what do they call it? The Hall of Arms, where they used to store like weapons and food and stuff. This was also part of the palace for Philip IV, I believe. Was it Philip IV?
King Philip
King Philip
the
IV.
Fair.
The fair. And So this was part of the palace here. This is super cool. Also, wasn't this... she disappeared. It's very cool. So Saint-Chapelle was also part of the original palace. It was the Palace de la City. Very cool. Salé des Jeunes d'Armes. So there's 4 of these fireplaces down here. This is how they used to keep it warm. They put fires inside here. Very cool. This was one of the kitchens. Just a giant kitchen.
Charles V.
Common kitchen. So this is cool. This is a model right here for the restoration of Notre Dame after the fire in April 19.
After Charles V left this palace,
Okay.
it was converted to a prison, and it was liable to flooding, and the discomfort prompted confessions.
You know who was a famous prisoner here, don't you? Marie Antoinette, right before she got beheaded. This is cool. So I believe that the concierge here was constructed like 1300, right? Yep, 14th century. Oh, look at this. Cool. Old to the city. So we're right here. There's Notre Dame right there. This is the Pont Neuf. So this whole room right here, this was like where the guards would hang out. This was like the guard place, but then they started holding tribunals. It's cool. So they lead you right into a gift shop, and look at some of this. Look how cute this is. And then look at these little swords and shields for the kids. You can even get yourself a battle axe. Oh, that's cute. That is adorable. It's cool. Some of the keys and the locks used for the prisons here. And this room's just like a list of all the prisoners. So you can actually use this little table here to see if you knew anybody. I wouldn't think so. So here's some of the cells. And this was it. If you were a richer prisoner, you could rent a bed. This room is basically a whole thing for Marie Antoinette and her stay here in the concierge. And then some of her personal items. Then over here, talks about the trial when she was found guilty and then taken to the Place de la Revolution, which is now Place de la Concorde. But here's her judgment of Marie Antoinette. Like there's her little hat and knitting. I guess those are for knitting. It's one of her shirts. That was her little holy water thing. Little knickknacks. It's pretty cool. Interesting. So here's Marie Antoinette's cell. This whole section back here. This is where she was held. They tried to break her out once. All right, so Marie Antoinette's cell was right here. And then out here is just like a big courtyard that prisoners were held during the day until like 6 p.m. Then they were in their cells until 7 a.m. the next morning. A little water area here. All right, I thought this was like super cool. And it kind of like, so this was a combined ticket with Saint-Chapelle. And like I was saying, Saint-Chapelle, they closed down because of the heat. But this is still open because it's super cool in here, very temperature-wise. So I was kind of like, I really want to go to Saint-Chapelle. So we were going to bag this. I'm glad we didn't bag it. This is cool. All right, we're going to go to Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Oh, it's a big line, but apparently it moves pretty quick. We're going to find out. So you can see right there, that's the rose window, and that is right in the center, Virgin Mary, flanked on either side by two angels. Just one more look before we go in. Zoom in on a gargoyle.
Yeah, see, look, they all got.
Oh no.
They do get troubles.
The gargoyles. So it took us about 35 minutes in line, and it was an incredibly long line. So if you don't get a reservation, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It moves pretty fast. Oh, so freaking cool. Unbelievable. Huh?
It's air conditioned.
Musée de Cluny.
Yes.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Left side of the altar and walk here.
Stations of the Cross. We're still working on it. They're actually having a mass right now. I just want to sit there and hear the organ.
Go down. It's not going to be 100 Fahrenheit.
For the soup for minutes, I might get another.
So there's the Notre Dame, and we walked over here to the bookstore, Shakespeare and Company, and have a little cafe. And we got this citronade, lemonade. And this is like the real thing. This is delicious. Crazy good. So we're here at the Shakespeare and Company bookstore. There's no photos or video inside, but I think this is the oldest bookstore in Paris. Is that right?
For Hemingway.
Hemingway used to hang out here and talk all shit. Him and Walt. This cool ass building right here. Saint Severin. So we are on the oldest street in Paris right now. This goes back to like Roman times, where this was like the main north-south thoroughfare through the city. So we're at the Cluny Museum, or Musée Cluny, I guess. And they're famous for these tapestries. I don't have the full story on it. But there's like 7 of these. So here we go. Musée de Cluny. It's a National Museum of the Middle Ages. Created in 1843, about 24,000 works. Famous for the tapestries, including the famous Lady in the Unicorn, which is upstairs, which we will get to. There's like several tapestries here with unicorns, like a big unicorn place. So, monkey on this one. What?
This must be the old St. Landry. But these are all original pillars.
For this building? Some more of those pillars, something like this. There's another one. Sweet. It's an epitaph of King Louis VI, who's the king from early 1100s. This came from the Abbey Church of Saint Denis. Very cool. So this museum is basically all like medieval stuff, which is neat. So I get overwhelmed with how much stuff there is, you know, to try to read about all of it. So I just walk up to something, and if it looks cool, I read about it. The altar front of the Basel Cathedral. This is gold on oak core. So you can kind of see back here the oak. It's from like the 1100s. So there's a bunch of tapestries. Medieval tapestries, which are very cool. And they got tons of like carvings and more tapestries. Jesus riding a donkey on wheels. So a lot of stuff here doesn't have like, oh yeah, no, there it is. was gonna say explanations. They're on the lower shelf. Well, here's the upstairs view of the room we were in down here. That you have chosen poorly. It's a suit armor for Pinocchio. Or a crow of some sort. Wow. Stuff's neat. This stuff's like 1500 roughly.
15th century.
Are those little cannons right there? And it's all about 1400. So there's a tapestry about arithmetic. It's huge. I would say this is from the 16th, I think it said. The early 16th century. Lots of tapestries, but I mean, that's kind of Middle Age kind of stuff, right? So there's some science stuff from the Middle Ages. I got like a door knocker. Money box. Very cool. These are locks. There's a door hinge right there. I don't know what that is. Let's see. I don't know what that is. So this right here is a wedding chest. That I guess you know what? That reminds me. Your dad never gave us a dowry. Where's my dowry?
Yeah, that one.
For marrying your weirdo ass. Huh? So yeah, they'd fill this up and give it to them after they're married, and that was their stash. Here's another stash here. I want my dowry.
Dude,
All right, so here's the story about the Lady and the Unicorn tapestries. It's a series of 6. And they're supposed to be like kind of identified as the 5 of the pieces or the representing 5 senses. The 6th one, they're not real sure. Could be the 6th sense. He was dead the whole time. Let's see which one this is. Unicorn horn. So this one represents touch. This one represents taste. She's like feeding the bird treats. Have that little container there. All right, I'm gonna let you guys guess which this one is. If you didn't get it, I mean, seriously. I'll give you a hint. She's making noise with an organ. Last one, or the last of the 5 sense ones. This one's sight. Here's the 6th one, the most famous. So they think they could be Desire. So this is right outside. These are like thermal baths right here. Right outside the museum. I mean, just everything around here is really cool. So we're at the quintessential French bistro. Just sitting here on the street. Getting some drinks and some carafto. And some chicken cordon bleu and entrecote. So this is like kind of the most Paris it gets, isn't it?
It is. This is it. That quarter.
All right, I got entrecote with a red wine sauce that is so good that we're using it to dip our frites in. And we got chicken cordon bleu with our frites. And this drink is, what is that? Apres? It's so good. So we're heading to dinner. Walking on, there's the Pantheon right in front of us. You can see that. Pretty cool.
Like you met in university?
Is this French enough for you? Chez Christine, or Chez Fernand on Rue Christine. All right, it's super loud in here, but some big camembert with honey with toast points and bread. And it's delicious. Oh, lovely. So Patty's grand idea was to order this premium French specialty kilogram of beef with the frites and béarnaise. Her idea. Not that I'm complaining. All right, we tried our best. It's happening out. So this is called a Paris breast, and it's like a French pastry filled with this like hazelnut cream, and then of course crème brûlée.